we have our third project for CECS 174, and it's basically referring back to project 2. And in project 2, we wrote code about the water program thing, and now we have project 3, which is basically using the same code, and we're just modifying it to involve a while loop so that the user can basically just start repeating it after, if the code can loop it back again if the user wants to. So this is basically the guidelines, and I can show you my code. So basically, we start with the run again, where we have to refer to as y because this is our way to initialize a variable to the while loop. So then I also modified a bit of the code from project 2 because project 2 I didn't get full credit. So this time I involved, like, for example, I evolved the range. So like in this part, this is the range, but we can get back to it later. But so this is a rundown of the code. So basically starting again, I'll start at the beginning. We have the run again, which is the while loop. So then I also have the, what's it called, initializing the variables as we did in, the project 2. So then the only difference between project 2 and project 3 is that we first have the whole while loop, which is assigning the variable run again to either little y or capital Y to, so it's like yes or no. So then with the while loop at the beginning, we can indent everything from project 2's code. So this is everything here is from project 2. So we just basically copy pasted that, and then we just had it in the while loop. Another difference we had is that we also have a while loop in the customer's code. So as you guys can see here, this basically stops, I'm sorry for blocking it. This stops from invalid entry. So if the user doesn't put R, C, or I, for example, if they put a wrong, wrong variable in, the project would just, or the code would just say invalid entry, try again. So that was another difference from project 2's code. And of course, we also have to do the same thing for starting amount, while at the same time also for ending amount, because this is important for the range where the user can only input a value that's not negative, so it has to be greater than 0, as well as it has to be between, I think that number is 99 million. Yeah, 99 million. So that's be in between 99 million and 0. So that's the same for, you have to do the while loop, because if the entry isn't in that range, it would just say invalid entry, try again for both the starting amount as well as the ending amount. So those were basically the key differences in the code from project 2 to project 3. So continuing on, everything else is the same from project 2. I did have to add the exit statement because last time I didn't have an exit statement, I got points off. So basically there's the part where it says process finish with exit code. That's also difference. And continuing on, so basically as we get towards the end of the code, when the user, let's say, is done with, using data and stuff like that. So basically there would be the run again. So now if the user wants to run it again, the question would ask, would you like to try again? And of course, if the user doesn't want to try again, they can press little n or large N. And then if they press that, it just say print have a nice day, and the code would be done. So I can then show you guys some examples. So let's see, let's run the program real quick. Let's start with, let's start with some invalids first. So let's say we all know we have R, C, and I. So if we put any letters, let's say, for example, A, it says invalid entry, try again. Let's do T, invalid entry, try again. We can do like U, just, anything. I, there we go. So we got I works because once again, it's in the entry. But let's see, let me clear that real quick. All right, so now we know that the invalids work. So let's go on to, like, for example, let's run real quick. Okay, so let's say we have, let's go back to project 2's first example, R. So let's say we have R, right? Oops, let me run that real quick again. All right, we have R, and then, hold on, give me a second. All right, so I just made it bigger so you guys can see. So we have R, and then let's say we input the value not in the range, -1. It'd say invalid, right? So let's go again, R, -1, invalid entry, try again. So basically the question would ask customer starting meter reading again. So it would keep asking it until, let's say, -2, the customer will have to input the correct value. So let's go back to this example. Let's copy paste this one. All right, and now we have the ending. So let's get this one. And as you guys can see, it's once again showing us the customer code is R, beginning meeting, ending, and then the process finished with exit code. So would you like to try again? Let's say Y. Yes, because that stands for Y. So then we go through the entire loop again where a customer enters the code. So let's say we enter C this time. All right. Since we entered C, let's just enter, let's enter like a really big number. Or yeah, let's just enter a number. And then once again, it's giving us all this information, just putting in your values. And of course, let's say we're done for today. So we don't want to try again. So we press no. And then because we press no, it just says have a nice day because the loop is basically done. And of course, let's see, how else can we do some more trial runs? So we did invalid entries, we did negative numbers, we did the beginning and meter ending reading. We can just honestly just play around for a bit more. So we haven't done I. Let's do I real quick. Let's just enter a big number. Let's just enter another big number. It says invalid entry because my number is not in the range, so let's have less zeros. All right, there's our values. So of course, from our code from project 2, it calculated this. Would I like to try again? Let's just showcase it. Let's do small y this time. And of course it still works. So let's just do, I don't know, let's go back to R. Let's just do 900 and then like this number. And of course it calculates once again, and then we press N and it calculates no. So yeah, basically as you guys can see, I think the code works. Hopefully, everything is correct so far. I added the process finish exit code as well as the range, and this is basically how you do it in a while loop. So yes, we do have the goodbye statement, which is have a nice day. And yeah, guys, honestly, I can play around for a bit more. Not much else I can say, guys. So this is my code for project 3, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.